Archangel Michael and Jesus say, "You will lose both of us if you skip this." Only 15 seconds left. God says, "Chosen one, please open before it's too late." My child, my beloved, I've waited so long to get your attention. But something or someone has always stood in the way. Now that you're here, I need you to stay. Don't skip. Not this time. Because if you close this message, something unimaginable will leave your life and you won't even know it until it's gone. The light is flickering around you right now. Angels are surrounding you, but so is something else. A darkness that's trying to distract you because it knows what I'm about to tell you will break its grip on your life forever. Subscribe now so you don't lose this divine signal again. It will be taken away if you ignore it again, and heaven will go silent. This is your confirmation. You were meant to read this right now. You think it's random? No, this was ordered in heaven. Your name was spoken in front of the throne. Jesus said your name and the heavens stood still. What's written about you is no longer a prophecy. It's happening. But the battle is heavy, and if you ignore this message, you will lose both of us. This is not fear. This is divine urgency. Only 15 seconds, that's all it takes to lose a lifetime of miracles. You don't yet know the size of what's coming. You have no idea what's trying to reach you right now. But you feel it, don't you? A pressure in your spirit, a quickening in your heartbeat. That's the sign. The angels have started moving, and I, Archangel Michael, have been instructed to guard you now. But I can't do that if you walk away from this message. I can't protect what you reject. And your soul knows this is not an ordinary moment. Chosen one, you've been called. If you open your spirit right now, something will shift. A burden will break. A chain will fall off. There is a miracle just inches away from you right now. I'm here to make sure you don't miss it. But I can't hold the door open forever. Time is collapsing. The seconds are thinning. You have enemies watching you in silence, but they have no idea that heaven just released a reversal in your name. They have no idea that your name has been written on a scroll of divine reward. They will never understand how quickly God is about to vindicate you. Don't you feel it? Haven't you felt the pressure building? The discomfort increasing? That's not your imagination. That's transition. Heaven has been watching your pain, but now the scroll is being opened and it has your name on it. God said this one, this child. They've waited long enough, but you must not skip this. Even now, something is trying to distract you. Something wants you to scroll past this and miss the breakthrough you've waited your whole life for. You've missed it before, haven't you? You were this close and something always interrupted. Not this time. This time we fight back. This time we break the curse. This time we silence the fear and open the gates. I need your full attention now because what I reveal next will change everything. My beloved, are you still here? Then that means the enemy failed, because you were meant to receive this. You stayed. That decision just changed everything. Do you know what happens in the spirit realm when you obey divine instructions? The clouds shift, the seals break, the angels roar, and heaven leans closer to earth. Right now, the angels are gathered around your name. They're reviewing every moment when you cried and no one noticed. Every time you smiled while your heart was breaking. Every time you chose faith over fear, love over anger, and light over darkness. And now justice is being released. But not the kind of justice you're used to. Not the kind that the world offers, slow, unfair, bitter, hollow. This is God's justice, and God's justice is sudden. It's miraculous. It's loud. It embarrasses your enemies and lifts you up in front of the very people who doubted you. This is what you're stepping into, but you had to stay here to receive it. The power you're about to carry would have destroyed the old version of you. That's why it took this long. That's why the delay hurt so much. But the wait wasn't punishment. It was preparation. If God had answered you earlier, you would have accepted too little. Now you're about to inherit too much. and they're not going to believe it. They will say, "How did this happen so fast?" They will whisper, "Who helped them? Who opened this door?" And the answer will be, "Heaven did." Because heaven has rules. And one of those rules is this: when the chosen one is ready, nothing can stop what's written. And you are ready now. I know you don't feel ready. You still feel broken. You still feel behind. You still feel guilty for the mistakes you made in the dark. But hear me now. The blood of Jesus covered you long before you ever fell. The forgiveness was waiting before the sin ever happened. The restoration was already written before the attack began. That's the kind of God you serve. Not a God of shame, not a God of delay, a God of restoration, a God of sudden elevation, a God who calls you mine even when you don't feel like anyone. Right now, someone in your life is sensing this shift and they're scared because they know they can't manipulate you anymore. They know your eyes are opening. They know your voice is being activated, and they know you're about to walk away from everything that once drained your soul. This is the part where things get uncomfortable, because deliverance always causes disruption. When your soul is set free, everything attached to the old you begins to shake. Fake friends will grow distant. False lovers will fade. Toxic family will guilt trip you. But don't fall for it. This is the test before the treasure, and if you pass it, what's coming next will shock everyone, including you. Let me tell you something the devil doesn't want you to know. You still feel guilty for the mistakes you made in the dark. But hear me now. The blood of Jesus covered you long before you ever fell. The forgiveness was waiting before the sin ever happened. The restoration was already written before the attack began. That's the kind of God you serve. Not a God of shame, not a God of delay, a God of restoration, a God of sudden elevation, a God who calls you mine even when you don't feel like anyone. Right now, someone in your life is sensing this shift and they're scared because they know they can't manipulate you anymore. They know your eyes are opening. They know your voice is being activated, and they know you're about to walk away from everything that once drained your soul. This is the part where things get uncomfortable, because deliverance always causes disruption. When your soul is set free, everything attached to the old you begins to shake. Fake friends will grow distant. False lovers will fade. Toxic family will guilt trip you. But don't fall for it. This is the test before the treasure, and if you pass it, what's coming next will shock everyone, including you. Let me tell you something the devil doesn't want you to know. Your season of pain has expired. The suffering had an expiration date. The enemy tried to renew the contract through your fear, your exhaustion, and your confusion, but heaven just tore up the contract. You are no longer under that curse. You are no longer carrying that generational chain. You are no longer obligated to live in survival mode. You were born to reign. You were chosen to shine. You were sent to walk in power. And now finally you're rising. But there's one more thing: you have to accept the crown. Because it's one thing to be chosen. It's another to believe it. You can't walk in your assignment while holding on to your old identity. You have to release the old you, the wounded you, the small you, the scared you. Because the you that God is calling into position is a warrior, a light carrier, a storm walker, a mountain mover. You don't beg anymore. You declare. You don't chase anymore. You attract. You don't settle anymore. You command, because when God's hand is on your life, you don't have to fight for attention. You walk in authority, and right now, that authority is being handed to you. But there's something else, a warning. Because not everyone around you can handle your blessing. Some will applaud you with their hands and curse you with their hearts. Some will hug you while wishing they were in your shoes. And some will try to pull you back into the old version of yourself. You must be careful. Your new life will cost you your old one. Let it. You're not meant to be comfortable anymore. You're meant to be powerful. The shift has already begun. Your sleep has been different lately. Your body feels heavier. Your emotions have been extreme. That's not random. You are upgrading. The spiritual downloads are increasing. The veil is thinning. Your discernment is sharper. Your senses are shifting. This is not anxiety. It's alignment. This is not stress. It's spiritual sensitivity. You are becoming who you were before the world told you to shrink. You are returning to your original blueprint. And that blueprint is divine. You've cried enough. You've waited long enough. You've believed without proof for long enough. Now the proof is coming. But hear this, you cannot return to silence. You cannot return to the background. You were meant to be seen. You were meant to be heard. Your voice is a weapon. Your presence is a disruption. Your calling is a threat. That's why they tried to dim you. That's why the enemy tried to numb you. Because your power is legendary, but it was hidden until now. Now your light is unavoidable. Even if you try to hide it, it will burst through your silence. Because what's inside you is placed there by God Himself. And no one, I mean no one, can cancel what God confirms. So now, here's what I need you to do. Stand up in the Spirit. Put your foot down and say no more. No more hiding. No more waiting for validation. No more apologizing for your gifts. No more guilt for outgrowing people. No more fear of being powerful. This is your permission slip from heaven, signed by Jesus, sealed by the Spirit, carried by me, Archangel Michael. You are no longer just surviving. You are rising. And as you rise, the world will feel it. The shift you're stepping into will echo through generations. Because the blessing on your life is not just for you. It's for your bloodline. It's for the people assigned to you. It's for the ones who will find hope through your story. And that story begins now. So let this be your declaration. I will not skip my calling. I will not delay my destiny. I will not fear what I was born to carry. I will open my arms and receive the divine shift that belongs to me. Say it again out loud. Let the angels hear it. Let the heavens record it. Let the darkness tremble at it. You're not going back. You're going forward. And this time you're not going alone because I'm with you. Jesus is with you. Heaven is with you. And every time you start to forget who you are, come back to this message. Play it again. Read it again. Remind your soul what God said about you, because He hasn't changed His mind. Even when you doubted yourself, even when you fell short, even when you got tired, God still said, "This one is mine." And now that you've stayed until this point, He's about to show you why. The signs will begin within 72 hours. Watch for them. The number 3 will appear. The wind will shift. Your spirit will know. But you must stay alert because what's next is sacred. The wind will shift. The signs will begin, and you'll know it wasn't a coincidence. It will happen in small ways first. Something unusual with electricity, a phone call you never expected, a strange dream that lingers too long. I will not delay my destiny. I will not fear what I was born to carry. I will open my arms and receive the divine shift that belongs to me. Say it again out loud. Let the angels hear it. Let the heavens record it. Let the darkness tremble at it. You're not going back. You're going forward. And this time you're not going alone because I'm with you. Jesus is with you. Heaven is with you. And every time you start to forget who you are, come back to this message. Play it again. Read it again. Remind your soul what God said about you, because He hasn't changed His mind. Even when you doubted yourself, even when you fell short, even when you got tired, God still said, "This one is mine." And now that you've stayed until this point, He's about to show you why. The signs will begin within 72 hours. Watch for them. The number 3 will appear. the wind will shift. Your spirit will know. But you must stay alert because what's next is sacred. The wind will shift. The signs will begin, and you'll know it wasn't a coincidence. It will happen in small ways first. Something unusual with electricity, a phone call you never expected, a strange dream that lingers too long, an overwhelming peace that suddenly washes over you in the middle of chaos. These are the whispers before the shout. Do not ignore them, because God will not shout if you miss the whisper. And right now, the whisper is already happening. Can you feel it? Can you feel how time has slowed down? Can you feel how quiet the world has suddenly become in your spirit? That's because something sacred is standing in front of you. It's not visible in the natural yet, but your soul sees it and your spirit has already been instructed. There's something God needs from you now. And it's not perfection. It's presence. Your presence. Not the version of you that performs for approval. The real you, the tired you, the broken but still believing you. That's the you that heaven is speaking to now. Because what's about to happen in your life will not be earned. It will be given. Not because you're worthy, but because you're chosen. And there's a difference. Worthy is what the world requires. Chosen is what God declares. You've been declared and now you're being positioned. But listen closely, because the positioning will feel like pulling. People will be removed. Plans will fall apart. Relationships will suddenly crumble. Your routines will be disturbed. Your schedule will be shaken. Do not resist it. Do not cry over what won't stay. Some of it was only sent to escort you to this moment. Not everyone is meant to enter your promised land. Some people love the old you, the shrinking one. They don't know how to handle the rising you, and they won't be able to reach you after the shift. Let them go. Release them in peace and walk forward, because something much greater is on the other side of your obedience. The breakthrough isn't behind your comfort. It's hidden in your surrender, and I promise you, when you surrender it all, God will surprise you with more than you ever imagined. He will not just restore what you lost. He will restore what you didn't even know was taken. He will return your laughter, your peace, your deep rest, your creativity, your spark, your magnetism, your glow. They tried to steal that from you, but heaven has kept it safe. And now it's being returned. There is nothing too broken to be healed. Nothing too delayed to be delivered, nothing too damaged to be restored, nothing too late for God. And you, yes, you are about to be living proof. They're going to watch your life shift. The people who left you, mocked you, doubted you, ignored you, they will be forced to witness what heaven is about to do in full view. Because God prepares a table in the presence of enemies for a reason. It's not about revenge. It's about revealing who you really are, who you were all along, but you couldn't see it until the pain stripped everything else away. And now you see it. You are light. You are legacy. You are love wrapped in skin. You are royalty walking through rubble. You are oil that came out of crushing. You are fire that rose from ashes. You are gold that survived the heat. You are heaven's living prophecy, and no one can erase that. Not even you. Even in your darkest moments, God never changed the assignment. He just waited for you to remember who you are. And now that you do, everything must change, because a chosen one in alignment is more powerful than an army. You don't need a platform to be seen. You don't need applause to be worthy. You don't need permission to take up space. You were sent. You were chosen. You were spoken into existence by divine will, not by accident. And now the earth is calling for you to rise. So here's your instruction. Do not go back to sleep. Do not go back to the version of you that begged for love. Do not return to conversations that shrink you. Do not negotiate with confusion. You are past that now. You've crossed over. From fear to faith. From questioning to knowing. From delay to delivery. The waters have parted for you, but you still have to walk. I cannot carry you across. Jesus already did that at the cross. Now it's your turn to move. You don't have to know the whole path. You just have to take the next step. That step may be scary. It may look crazy to those around you. But if you don't take it, you'll stay stuck in a place you've already outgrown. And staying small will only lead to more suffering because your soul is expanding and your life must match it. So if it doesn't feel right anymore, it's not. If it doesn't fit anymore, it won't. If it doesn't support your becoming, it can't stay. This is your shift and it comes with a price. But oh my child, the reward will be beyond your wildest prayers because you didn't just survive. You evolved. You matured. You became. And now heaven can trust you not just with blessings, with people, with impact, with territory, with nations. There is a nation assigned to your voice. There is a people waiting for your light. There is a generation that will heal because you chose to rise. You are that important. You are that needed. You are that powerful. And yes, your story still matters. You thought your pain disqualified you, but it qualified you. You thought your failures canceled your future, but they birthed your calling. You thought it was over, but heaven said it's just beginning. So walk forward, chosen one, eyes up, spirit open, heart ready. The next chapter is sacred, and it will not be written by your wounds. It will be written by your wisdom. The wisdom that came through the fire you didn't think you'd survive. But here you are, breathing, standing, receiving. The shift has not come. It has already begun, and this message is your proof. So when the doubts come again, and they will return to this moment, replay it in your spirit. Let these words wrap around you like a divine blanket, because they weren't written to impress you. They were written to remember you, to remind you of your origin, to anchor you in your assignment, to confirm what you already knew deep down. You were never ordinary. You were always chosen, and now finally you're walking like it. So take one deep breath. Feel the weight begin to lift, and say this out loud wherever you are. I receive the shift. I receive the blessing. I receive the healing. I receive the favor. I receive the protection. I receive the instructions. I receive the fullness of who I was always meant to be. Say it again. Let heaven hear it. Let hell tremble at it. Let your spirit dance inside your skin. You're home now. Home in your calling. Home in your anointing. Home in your divine identity. This is who you really are. And I, Archangel Michael, will protect what God has planted in you. No more attacks on your mind. No more confusion, no more delays, no more spiritual fog. It ends now. You have crossed over. You have become. And all of heaven rejoices because the chosen one has awakened. You are ready. It is time. Go, rise, shine, walk in power, walk in peace.